Ha! He's here. Yeah, yeah. Hungry for change. For sure. Hungry for change. Gotta be hungry. You know, change. But it's to put the change in motion. I think the biggest challenge for a lot of people is to put that change in motion because I don't think anyone is eager to live a better life. So it's just to put that change in motion. It's a big, you got to challenge yourself on many levels for sure. And you got to get out your comfort zone. You have to be willing to go out your comfort zone to really explore what you can, what aspect of yourself, what ways do you have to change. You know, there's a lot of things we have to change. We've been programmed very deep into many, accepting many things as reality. And this is what I want to change. The stuff that's been taught to me as I should accept this as reality, like eating flesh, like eating flesh and drinking milk. And, I always been taught this was reality. This was normal. But I don't think it is. Now, today, I look at it and I live much better. I'm much more, lots more energy when you change your eating habits for sure. And hungry for change. That's it. The first thing we must change, I think, it's our eating habits. This is what affects a lot of things in the world. We're creating a lot of suffering, and sometimes we're not even aware. We just think that things happen in our plate like that, and many people don't even ask questions further than their nose, and that's true. Sam Wolf is in the house. Big up, Sam. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so for me, the change is inevitable. At one point, also, you get fed up of things that insult your soul. You get fed up. You want to change. Like it's not. It's more changing your ways because you don't change yourself really. I'm not. I haven't changed. I just gained more wisdom, more knowledge, more started to ask questions. That's all it is. But I haven't changed really. If you take me, like I think what changed in me is maybe the strength I gained. I gained strength a lot by coming here on YouTube and by going after my goals, going after my dream, after something in life. Just waking up in the morning and have something to look for is very, very makes you feel very much alive. Just to do this in the morning makes me feel very much alive. Puts me into a very good state to start the day. Very good state of mind because at the end of the day, at the end of the yeah, at the end of the day, we can say that. But it's more your state of mind that will decide everything. Change. Where does change actually begins? Where does change begin? Because you want to start from somewhere. You want to start probably with the way you communicate with yourself. Probably the real change gonna occur with the way you communicate with yourself because you're gonna realize that your thought can create your reality. So you will start to manipulate reality, to bend reality at your advantage. And it's doable. You can do anything you want here if you put your mind to it. If you're willing to do the work, wow, you can do magical things for sure. You can, come on. But it's to push ourselves beyond the comfort zone, to change our ways, to change everything. We have a lot to look at in our life to realize that there's ways that we have adopting that are not supporting us also. Like at one point you realize also what supports you, what doesn't, and you focus more on the things that support you and gradually eliminating the stuff that doesn't support you. It's not gonna happen drastically. Don't freak out with this. It's not because the change has to happen on a personal level. The change in the world. Don't think about changing the world. You have to just changing yourself, changing your ways, changing your habits, changing the way you communicate with yourself, the way you operate in the world, the way you communicate with others. All this to master all these aspects of your life gonna take you a lifetime. So, so don't worry about changing the world. It's gonna be a big job enough just to change your ways, just to for you to to reach a state of mind that is very very positive, because our I think our default state of mind is probably very negative, for sure. I think that's a fact. I think that's what I felt. I never felt like being negative and really like I didn't think in the morning getting up and starting being negative. It's not what I mean. I don't mean that we get up in the morning and we're all suddenly full crabby. It's not what I mean. We're mostly very joyful for life, but it's just that when we start getting in contact, for my experience, what it did to me is like I was always very joyful to wake up in the morning, but as soon as I was finding myself in a position of slavery, like slaving for my money, slaving for this, slaving for that. This is where I lost the connection with reality. For my part, is not that I wasn't doing it, but it's we work in factories. Most people work in factories. Not many people. Like most of the population, we work in the factories, and we work hard for our money. This is what I mean. So once you are kind of trapped in this kind of world that working like I was always doing in my life, you get stuck at one point into you don't even have time to think of changing. You don't even have time to stop thinking. It's pretty crazy. The rhythm of life is very very crazy. It's take everything to take us out of our natural alignment with nature. I think this is what it's made for. This is what I feel like, to denature us the most possible, so we don't feel life for what it's supposed to feel. Because I felt life. I felt a great joy in life. Like I had children and everything was very joyful in my life, but never get in touch to with the greatness inside me. And this is what I wanted to come out now. And but what was stopping me for a long time, what was stopping me to also, the first step you have to take is really break out of that fear of what other people's going to think of you. And probably the main fear that we all pretty much have is, before, it's what our parents going to think of us, what our wife, what our spouse, what our children's going to think of us if we start speaking out or going after our greatness or stuff like that. This is what was bothering me in my mind. But once you clear that and you realize that you're here for to live the dream. You're here to live the dream, living the dream. We are in the dream right now. Whether you want to see it, whether you want to admit it to yourself or not, you are in a dream. You are in a dream of the Creator. You are in a dream of life. This is a dream. So how do you get in touch? When I say live your dreams, you should have dreams. Yeah, you should have goals. You should have something in life that you look for every morning when you get up. But also, there's a bigger dream out there that we should all. This is the biggest dream that we have to get. That's the hardest one to reach. That's the hardest one to reach, because this one, you have to become one with life. And that's very hard for many people to become one with life. That's not easy to become one with life. One with life, it's it's all your ways has got to change to become one with life, because it's not the way we've been programmed that we are one with life. I was never one with life. Come on, I've never knew what the word oneness was not even in my vocabulary 5 years ago. Hello. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of but if you focus enough, if you focus and you have we all have the ability to figure things out, to figure how to live a free and beautiful and happy life. We can all have, it's all accessible to anybody, but it's to it's first of all to get that state of mind. Happiness is a state of mind. Happiness is not, I reach a very high level of happiness and strength coming to do this here in the morning. It's a great habit. I've turned it into an habit because this is what everything that you do has to turn into an habit for sure. For you to be able to really implement it like an everyday thing, it's got to become an habit. So you got to focus on making it an habit first. First, whatever you want to do, make it an habit. Just to patience and consistent action every day at the same time, do the same thing, become an habit. And then you're gonna see things other after once you pick up one habit, you're gonna pick up another habit and another one. Like you cannot pick up two, three habits at the same time. I say go one after the other. Takes a enough long time to implement an habit. Some say 30 days. I say a good 2 months. I say a good 2 months of doing it every day consistently. And after that, your body will just do it by itself. You will be used to it. It's going to be an habit. Everything you do pretty much every day is out of habit anyway. Out of habit. You brush your teeth in the morning out of habit because you're been trained to do it. So if you train your body to exercise every day or to read books or to paint beautiful painting every day, it's gonna do it. It's gonna you can program to do you can program your brain to do anything. If you want to paint, if you want to read, if you want, come on. You can there's people that they have read so much that they read so fast. It's astonishing how fast they read. So you can read a book, and some people read, I think 20 pages a minute or something like that. It's crazy, no? You can attain that kind of but it's just we don't explore too much our possibilities. To 97% of my family are asleep, hard to chat. Why? As think talk shit and can talk their stuff. It's propaganda. As for mates, all ad let go, start fresh, new peeps, change, and happy days. That's it. That's it. It's very, it's everybody is to have a fresh and happy day and to get up motivated in the morning, to get up. It's come on, it's accessible. It's accessible. It's just work on something. Have a dream. Have something that you can. Life is a struggle. Life is very tough. If you expect it easy, you're gonna have it hard. So life, in my book, life is very tough. Life is come with challenges. Life comes with tribulations. Life comes with change. It's a big adventure. We have one life to live. What, I'm supposed to remain the same all my life? I'm never supposed to explore what I can bring into this world. Like, at one point, I had enough. I had to break free from that mental suicide. Yeah, something like that. That's almost what it is. That's almost what it is. We're committing spiritual suicide. If we don't live our dream, if we're not aligned with our greatness or trying to reach it in any way, you have your things to do. I have mine. Me, it's motivational speaker. I have to get better at this. I have to get better at my speech, but I'm getting there. But it's going to take a long time. I don't expect to be ready I don't know, me, I say 50-year-old, like a good six years still in the Babylonian calendar to reach where the level of inspiration that I want, that I think I'm gonna. It takes a long time. It takes a long time. You have to be willing to put in the effort, put in the work, put in the work to make it to where you want to go. Because if you're not willing to put in the work, you'll never make it. It's very important to focus, starve your distraction every day. Be focused on your stuff and relentless, and reckless too. And be bold in your endeavor, and be silly also. Very important to be silly. That's why sometimes you see me act up. For sure, I like to be silly. For sure, I'm not I told you, that's the whole essence of it is simplicity. Be simple. Do it simple with your stuff. Don't put fireworks around and stuff. I do it very simple and I keep it, but I'm here every day. I'm very consistent in my stuff. That's one thing I have mastered in my life. It's consistency. And it's very important. That's one aspect of your life you have to master. Be consistent in your stuff. If you're consistent, nothing can stop you. You got to master any aspect of your life. Look, I wasn't here live on YouTube from the first day, but because I've done the work, I've done many, many videos, 1,000 something videos on the side of the river to really get comfortable, first of all, with myself. First of all, with myself. That's the first person you have to appreciate and you have to rise in love with is yourself. So first, the work for me was to get comfortable with myself, to appreciate myself, to accept myself, to be able to accept others. Because if I cannot accept myself, love myself, and rise in love with my own self, how am I going to do it with others? So that was the work I've done on myself massively, massively. Now I'm less on the side of the river. I'll go back when the weather is nice. But I mean, this is not what I rely on now. Now the focus have changed for me because before I was relying a lot on my videos with my GoPro to gain to the next phase I wanted to get. But now I'm on to the next phase. I'm on to that next phase here live on YouTube. This is what those videos brought me here live on YouTube. So this experience here live on YouTube is meant to bring me somewhere else after. This is what I mean. So for sure, I'm hungry for change. I know I'm going to change again. I'm going to transform. I'm going to become another person. The one you see here is going to be different from the one you're going to see in 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, for sure. But that's the goal. I don't want to stay stuck in the same state of awareness. My awareness expands and I interact with different people, learn different things. You know, a lot of people know a lot, and we all know something that we can. We all have something to teach each other, and this is what we should align ourselves with: is each one teach one, and put away the false pride, put away the false pride, the ego, all that shit that keep us away from each other. That keep us away from each other, that keep us in separation. Forget about religions and forget about all the other stuff they tell you that keep you separated. You are separated with your own self by the ego. So just this, just to kill to kill those layer of ego, to put them kill. I don't like the word kill, but yeah, to anyway, it's not in a negative way, but just to put down the layers of ego is just a very big job. So, you know, to think about others and talk about others and wondering what they do with their life, you should wonder what you do with your own life. Stop gossiping. It's a very bad skill. Gossiping is a very bad skill. If you gossip about people, stop gossiping, and you know, if you want to criticize, criticize by creation. That's an advice I give to everyone. You know, you got to create something. We're all very creative, but it's to tap into our creativity. It's there. It's accessible. It's not because it's inaccessible. It is there. So anyone that wants to be creative can become very creative, but that's not the part that is taught to us. So we have to educate ourselves on many, many levels. This society is not very for us to reach greatness. Like, it's not something I've been taught in school to live my dream. They never put me in school and with the fact that, hey, I had magnificence, and you know, they prepare you to be a worker. You have to be a worker and work in society, and that's why also we have, you know, almost the same hours, 9 to 5 almost in school. It's very, it's a program. It's a program. It's clear to me. There's nothing much that I remember from school today. What do I remember honestly from school today? Not too much. That's what I said to a friend yesterday. I said, "What do you remember from school?" He said, "Nothing." I don't remember nothing. I remember a bit of math for sure. I've learned to read and to I've learned their demon invoking stuff, the grammar. The grammar, I learned the grammar for sure. I've learned their stuff I remember, but I mean history and stuff. It's all fake. It's all, so I didn't pay attention. I never really paid attention in those classes anyway. I was never really part of the class. I was the one who was sitting in the back and Very, very causing trouble in class. I was a troublemaker in school. Very, very much troublemaker. That's how people remember me, pretty much, as the troublemaker. I was very rebel because I knew something was wrong. I knew from a like I detected it at 15, 14, 15, 16, entering high school. I detected something was not right, especially getting in those history class and oh no, there was something. There was something. I could feel it, but it's hard to put the finger on it because everyone lives that life. Everyone lives that illusion. So you're just stuck in it and you cannot, it's like you can't breathe. It's like you can breathe. You're suffocated into an illusion. But once you break free, it's a whole different paradigm. Whole different paradigm. Look, I find much more I find not more joy, not more joy, but pleasure, more pleasurable joy. Like I mean, like I'm more in touch with the vibrations and expressing myself, and just that, capable to accept myself on a level that I can come live on YouTube and speak to you. I don't. This is not an easy thing, but it's easy for me. But I mean, the hardest thing in doing this is to trust yourself that you can do it. It's just to trust yourself that you can do it. So that's the only aspect that you have to conquer. They really the worst enemy is yourself. I don't even care about the enemies outside or whatever. It's me. It's I have to conquer myself because I can stop myself. I was stopping myself yesterday. I still have that voice inside. I just tell her to shut up. Shut up. And then I go on, and then, but it's not. It's there. Everyone that goes after their dream or their goals, for sure. We are not programmed, or your brain doesn't want you to be a big success. Forget about that. Your brain wants you to reproduce. That's it. That's all. And you're probably gonna do it. So it's just to manifest, to make it manifest, to manifest yourself, not just your greatness, but your whole self into this matrix of learning the game, very important, learning how the game is played. That's why I've started doing research also. I started doing research because I wanted to know, before I speak to the world. I said I have to know how this world is going, what is going on here. So I started doing research and I found out a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I found out that a lot of stuff that I've been told wasn't true. Wasn't true. In fact, was lie. Was lie. Was just to manipulate people's mind. That's all it is. And you can name them all. You can name them one after the other. All the stuff that we have to manipulate ourselves. But Queen Leslie is in the house. Queen Suzanne, Queen Mia, Queen Red Rose. Who we have? King Sam is in the house too. I saw King Wisdom before. No, King Sam is in the house. Yeah, greetings, Leslie. A beautiful morning. For sure, they're all beautiful. And we're all such a beautiful people. That's the other thing. We're all so beautiful. We're all so beautiful and full of love. And, we're not psychopaths, most of us. Psychopaths like to lead people. They like to me. Yeah, I'm a leader, but I'm not here for people to follow. Like, we're all becoming leaders. That's what I want. We should all, a real someone that has leadership is not necessarily someone that control people. It's someone that can show other people how to become a leader. That's what a leader is to me. It's not someone that will manipulate people, but that's the leader we have in the world today. They manipulate the masses. They manipulate what we think, what we eat, what we everything is being either genetically modified or it's crazy. The world has gone mad. The world has gone mad. Officially, I tell you, the world has gone mad. We now have bulldozer in field. Yeah, look at it. We used to harvest the stuff with, man-made stuff, like animals and stuff to help us in the field. Now we have bulldozer in there. Yeah. It's heavy agriculture. I'm telling you, it's for profit. It's simply for profit. We have lost the respect for the earth. Now we're destroying the earth just for profit to make money. It's pure madness. I'm telling you, look at the world. You don't believe me? Look, go check. There's bulldozer in field. Tell me that's normal? You tell me that's absolutely necessary? And most of the food produced is thrown away. It's thrown away. It could feed millions of people. Most of the food you see in fields and stuff, it's thrown away. It's going to rot, or it's not even going to be consumed. Lots of the food here that grow in Quebec, my friends have fields, and they tell me they scrap all kinds of stuff all the time, and may, like they don't even have the choice also on what they grow. They tell them what to grow. So this year you're gonna grow corn. This year you're gonna grow soya. I don't know. I think you say soy. So yeah. Anyway, I think it's up to us to create a change together, and that change happen on the personal level first. Don't think about changing the world. Like I said, it's pure utopia to start thinking that you're gonna change the world. I don't think it's king, queens, and priest. Oh yeah. Big up, Red Rose. I always love your comments. I enjoy your comments all the time. Suzanne, too, Red Rose, Mia, yeah, Leslie. Yeah, well, I read all your comments all the time. Super encouraging. I thank you a lot for the strength. I thank everybody that gives me strength on that journey, because this is what I need. It's good to come here and say, yeah, I'm very motivated and stuff. Yeah, I look very, very motivated. Yeah, I look like a rock of Gibraltar. For sure, I'm like a rock of Gibraltar, but I mean, it comes with also people that give me strength. And you guys showing up like this every morning with me is giving me a lot of strength to carry on, to continue to. Like, I don't think I would stop even having no viewers. I would still have the experience, because I've done thousands of videos with almost no viewers on it, like 10 something, 5, sometimes 5 views, 6 views. But I the journey that I'm doing here on YouTube is only a tool, like I say all the time, that I give myself. So YouTube is not it, but it's something that I don't think I will ever let go, because I really like the contact and the closeness and the vibration that comes with it, the aliveness that comes with the live feed, being live on YouTube, being live. It's like being live. Anybody in the world can log into it and see it live. So it's very. I like it. I like it. It's good energy. Good energy. That's what we need. We need good energy. We need good vibrations. We don't need to fall into negativity. It's very easy to fall back into Babylon. Very easy to fall back into Babylon and forget yourself again, because now we're remembering who we are. So we are regaining the power that we have that we need to trust ourselves. We're the power that you need. The power that you need. When I say gain back your power, it's especially to start trusting yourself, to know that you can trust yourself, to know that you can advance with abandon. And you don't need to ask permission to anyone. They don't ask down payment to start working on something. They're not gonna ask you. Nobody will come and stop you to do anything in this world. Nobody. Look, all the greats that have come into this world, and all the greats that there is still. Come on, it's once you shine your light. It's a world filled with darkness, so it's a must to shine our light. It's a world filled with darkness. So much suffering just because of the ego trip. A lot of the suffering occurs in me, mine, me, myself, and I. That's a lot of the suffering comes from there. But once we gonna start to eliminate that ego, that ego trip we're all sailing on an ego trip. Humanity is sailing on an ego trip. So once we eradicate the ego, but this is the material world also. This is what they want to blow up with the material world. The ego. Oh, who has the better car? Who has the the nicest mag on his car, the nicest fridge, the biggest fridge, the stainless fridge, the this, the that. Like it's all about ego. It's all about and ego. You find it everywhere in mega corporations, and you find it in people. You find it everywhere. This is all. When I look around, is not much that I see that it's not about ego. It's all about especially people that and they don't realize, and most people don't even realize, they think that, oh, it's cool to have a nice car, it's cool to have a nice toy, this kind of toy, but you don't even realize that all it is, it's boosting your false sense of self, your ego, your like this is what I see. I'm not a guy, I don't have toys. I don't have toys. I don't have toys. I don't care about that. Oh, I want to speak to the world. That's what I want. I don't want to play with toys and go on a four-wheeler ride to exit my life. I don't need that. I want to speak to the world. That's what I want. That's what the world needs. It's not about my little needs anyway. Yeah, I have little needs. It's eating, having a roof, uh, doing my talk on YouTube, things like that. But yeah, I have little needs, but I look more at the needs of the whole than my own little needs in here. My little needs. We all have little needs then, and everyday thing. Need to eat and sleep and drink water, basically. So what else? Like a bit of marijuana with that, and we're fine. Yeah, but no, it's about it's about just. I don't know. It's a change is possible at many level. Change is possible, but it starts with you. It starts with I and I. Yeah. If I and I can survive, yeah, the fittest of the fittest shall survive. You gotta be, for sure, you gotta be strong in this world. I don't think it's totally accurate that the fittest of the fittest shall survive, but it's something to look at. I think everyone should have a chance to survive. We should not suffer. This world hasn't been intended for us to suffer, but obviously, look, we are who we are. We are in time where we are, and this is the reality now. We're stuck on a big ego trip, collectively, but I think it's possible to change this if you become hungry for change yourself. If yourself become hungry for change, the world will never be the same because you came that way. So don't minimize the impact you can have in the world, and because you come out, because we all have a very, very unique vibrational signature, very unique, and this is what we want to see from each other. That's why we like people that shine. We all like people that shine. Come on, because we know we can shine like this. We know we have that greatness too. We look up to those stars, to those musicians and stuff, because we know we could have that greatness, but we've never acted upon. We've never acted upon that greatness, and we've been sleeping all our life. And that's why we look at them and we're like, oh, because we know we can be that great, and anybody can be that great. Anybody can come on. To me, it's very simple that success and making it to your goal comes with focus. These people have focus. What's the best way? If I can resume you in 3 words how to play guitar, what do you think I would say? Practice, practice, practice. Piano, practice, practice, practice. Speaking, practice, practice, practice. That's what you have to do. You have to do it over and over and over again until you master it, until it becomes you, until it consumes you. You have to let it consume you, your dream, for sure. Not to the point that you lose yourself. Like there's a limit to let it consume you also. You've got to remain grounded on your 2 feet. Don't start if it consumes you and you lose yourself in the material world. It's not no, don't lose yourself in the material world. That's another thing. And many people are lost in this, lost in material, and think that material will bring them some kind of happiness. I honor the material world. Yeah. I need a bit of material, but I mean, I don't go crazy with I'm very if I can, for sure we can vote with our money too. Our money can be used to That's another thing we don't realize where we put our money. We can me every time I have a car that run on gas, but gas I don't think is I think it's just a hype to make us believe it's bad for the environment. If I think we would all be dead by now if it would be that bad for us. I think that's just another hype. There's lots of hype in this world. Lots of we get caught up in a lot of hype. We put that on top of our on top of our head, and we carry the hype, and propagate, do the propaganda of the hype. And anyway, to me, it's clear that yeah, we have that in our heart, in birds for truth, for sure. With selfishness, one gains all. For sure, we there's a fire burning inside. There's a fire burning. It can never stop, and that fire is associated with who you are. But to we all have the like. It's like we have a little fire at the beginning. The fire is there. The fire is there because if you're alive. So if you're alive, you have fire inside. But it's just to make it very, very make a huge fire inside, like it's got to become a bomb. It's got to become a bomb. You got to become a living bomb, so you can really impact the world. That's what you want. You want, you don't want to leave like a leaf in the wind, like I say all the time. You don't want to just leave a trace here. You want to leave a legacy. You want to build something. Just work on it day in, day out, and at what point it will come to fruition. That's for sure. Nothing can stop the human will. If you're decided to do something, nothing can stop you. Nothing. You will go to sacrifice even the very thing that you have left to live what you want to do. So I'm willing to go to the next extents for sure. There's always for me something worth it to go after in this world. It's a world filled with abundance and stuff, so it's all accessible. It's just to put yourself in the right mindset to get it. Like be like a tiger after a gazelle. Your dream is the gazelle. You're gonna get it. That's it. If you think you're gonna, if you, it's like yes, the like I said the other day, the bird needs the branch of the trees to sit on, and the trees need the bird to feel that they're there for something, you know. But the bird doesn't trust only the branch for his ability to fly. He trusts himself. So if the branch breaks, he can fly. He has wings. So this is what we must trust ourselves to a point that we cannot only rely on society. At one point, we have to move ourselves out the comfort zone and do something for our life. Take ownership for our life. This is what I'm doing here. I'm only taking ownership for my life. I know it's not going to happen from one day to another, but at least I'm taking ownership and moving forward. Moving forward. It's the aim is to move forward. The aim is to move forward. So that's what I'm doing each and every day. I'm moving more forward in the direction of where I want to go. And that comes with effort. That comes with dedication, with the focus. But at one point, it become natural. All this stuff is going to become natural. You keep focused naturally. You are motivated naturally. All these things comes to you with not too much trouble. You align your, it's like I come here, it's an habit this morning. These talks are becoming an habit, really. And I'm more and more inspired every time. It's a great way to pass on the inspiration. What are we going to do? Just stay silent? Like I've been given a voice. I have a voice. I can talk. So why not use it? We all have amazing biological technology to make a change here. Oh, if we all start listening to our hearts, all listening to the divine love that's flowing, that we can catch at any time. Love is divine. Everything is divine. You are divine. Everything. So just catch that divine love. That that. But it's more than when I talk about divine love, is more than the love that society portrayed. I'm not talking about that kind of love. I'm not talking about love that Babylon talks about. I'm talking about love, the pure essence of who we are. Okay, that's deep. Even the word to define this with one word is crazy. I think we are much more than love. We are much more greater than any words that we can attach to us. So tell me I'm a man, I'm human, any words. I don't think there's a word that can describe how great we are. We are over any kind of words, any kind of definition. I don't That's why I have very much that's why I say we are remembering who we are. Don't tell me who I am. You don't even know yourself. Government that comes and tell me who I am. I'm a human. You don't even know yourself, who you are. How can you tell me who I am? I don't even know. How can you define me with one word? What is that? Like what? We're supposed to analyze the truth with ABC 1, 2, 3? Hello. Doesn't make sense for me. So the words are there. This is something totally unnatural. Totally unnatural. I don't think we need words. We need grammar. We need stuff like that to communicate. I think in ancient, people were illiterate 90 years ago, 80 years ago. There's 70% of the earth that wasn't even writing or reading. They know how to speak, but the speaking, I think we must have at one point communicate just by telepathy or sounds, or I don't know. I don't know. This whole grammar thing sounds very unnatural for me. Very unnatural. I'm using it, but I'm capable. It's like it's like the ego. And once you're aware of it, you don't let it control you. It's still there, but I don't act from it. I'm capable to dissociate myself, the thinker from the ego, the awareness from the ego. Yes, I need some kind of little ego to function in this world because it's very dysfunctional. But I don't rely on this. This is not my only focus. Is boosting my ego. My focus is not boosting my ego and make people realize that we're all sailing on an ego trip here. That's the biggest problem of humanity. It's not even the wars and stuff. It's the ego. It's the ego. We're sailing on an ego trip, million miles away from reality. Million miles away from reality. We're so far from reality as a masses. Okay, I can talk about my own experience, but it's not relevant. Talking about us, it's up to us here. Like if I can wake up, I can do anything, but it's up to the whole. We have to wake up as a whole, and we have to see the world for what it is, and life for what it is. Outside this conceived reality, conceptualize because it's a concept to take the power away from you. It's a conceptualize reality. Check the meaning of the word concept in the etymology dictionary. When you talk about words, go in the etymology dictionary. You're gonna find that. But this is one thing I never knew existed. I never knew about that until I started to listen to other people and tell me, "Oh yeah, do you really know the meaning of that word? What do you mean the meaning? I know the definition. Yeah, do you know the meaning? It's a two different. It's very different." So there's a lot of things we are not told. We are not told it as well. A lot of things we are not told, and we gonna find out if your parents are not too awake. You're gonna find out by yourself at one point, and it's okay. It's a journey. Life is a journey. At least I know now. At least I know now that I have greatness, that I have magnificence, that I can bring it out, that I can inspire others. Forget the past. Forget the past. The past is only, the past doesn't define who I am today. That's it. I've done things in my life that, yeah, I'm not maybe very proud of, but that was part of my journey. That was part of finding myself in this matrix. I was lost for some times in my life, for sure. I've done things that if I would have to redo them, I would do them differently. But everybody's like that. Everybody. If you have the knowledge that you have today, you go back in the past, you would do things differently. But can you go back in the past? No. So what's the point of even dwelling on it or bring it back up? Like, I don't do this. I leave the past where it is, and I move forward. Move forward. Come on. I cannot imagine even my life staying at the point where it is, being stuck. Impossible. So, yeah, Flatlander Montgomery, ego, Schmego. What are you writing, Schmego? Ego, Schmego. Yeah. No, the ego trip is a big part of our problems. But this is one thing we can stop on the personal level very easy. You can recognize your ego, recognize the presence of the ego. Many people don't even recognize the presence of the ego. If you can't recognize the presence of the ego, and I think it's a crucial thing to sense your ego, to sense it's there and the presence, and just do something that you're not acting so much from an ego trip. Especially when you interact with people, be there as a field of conscious presence. I come here and I'm being here as a field of conscious presence, not from my ego. If I would act from my ego, I would not be here. First of all, yeah, it's like I said the other day to my friend. It's like talking to myself. For sure, it's one of the best, but it's also breaking the ego a lot. Breaking the ego a lot, and the fear. Find strength in this a lot. Find a lot of strength. Find a lot of joy. Yeah, and I inspire people at the same time to just focus, canalize your energy, and don't get trapped into nonsense of Babylon and conspiracies and less conspiracy stuff. And that's very negative. That's what I find today. Even on Facebook, I look at people. I'm gonna tell you my personal what I see. Like, I've been into this a bit at the beginning. Like, I was plastering Facebook with all kinds of conspiracy stuff, and like, especially the flat Earth. But today I look at it, and I don't do it so much anymore because I don't know. I find it's like we're talking in between ourselves, because the people, you're not gonna wake up someone to their greatness with one flattered post on Facebook. So often people just unfollow you because they're fed up hearing stuff like that. So I don't think it's even it's very relative to do. Like, I'm doubting on the real effect of posting all kinds of stuff on Facebook. Like, probably you're just talking to your fellow flat earthers, and all other people have stopped following you because they're fed up hearing about stuff like that. They're into their life, everyday life, with the children, the work, the this, the that, and all they see is people that plaster Facebook. I don't know. Maybe there's hope people to see it, but I don't think it's with one Facebook post that you're gonna change the state of mind of somebody. It could be an help. Maybe someone. It can take one. Maybe one person will see one post and say, "Hey, what's that? The flat Earth," and start researching. But many of times we're even too distracted to even notice. They're passing us CGI, fake CGI. We don't even notice. So even stuff like that, people might just even notice what you're talking about because they're so entranced. It's very deep. It's very deep. All that stuff gets old. The conspiracy stuff, the bickering. Yeah, I don't know. Something I find it's getting old. It's getting I don't know. I'm out of this. I prefer post stuff on Facebook that inspire and that helps us remember who we are. Like conspiracies, Babylon is wicked. We know it's wicked. We know it's full of lies. So what are we gonna do? Talk about the lies all day long? Or elevates ourselves to rise above this and to help the whole create a change, because if you are in conspiracy, when you be very, very careful to make it a mission to eradicate evil. You're going to turn just like it. You're going to turn evil yourself. That's why you have to rise above the negative things, rise above Babylon, to really be able to create a change within yourself first, within yourself, and then the rest will follow. The vibe will follow. Once you create the massive change within yourself, It's going to pick up momentum. The change is going to pick up momentum. Everything that you do is going to pick up momentum. And at one point, you just become so strong in your stuff that nothing can stop you. And then you operate from a natural alignment with nature, with who you are. Not fake, not a fake persona, not a fake people. Anyway, me, I have enough of being fake. Me, I have enough of being fake. No more fakery. Enough. All that stuff gets old. Yeah, totally off of Facebook years ago became a distraction. This is what I find too. This is what I find for me. I'm putting it aside more and more because it's a distraction. I cut myself distracted on Facebook. So I go to post my stuff that when I get stuff that comes through my head or I'm writing, I have something good and I don't want to forget about it, or I just go post it on Facebook. Then I can go back in my stuff and reread the quote or write it down or something like that. So, but I find it's a very big distraction. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. YouTube is another thing. YouTube, if you have people live like me like that, this is not really distraction. This is empowering. You know, you can find a lot of empowering on YouTube. I found myself. There's a lot of great people. Ralph, everybody know Ralph. He's great. Ralph Smart. Diving Deep. Infinite Waters. His channel is Infinite Waters Diving Deep. He's great man. Great man. There's a lot of great speaker out there, lots of great coach. It's just to get off Facebook a bit. Facebook, I think it's very fake. It's very fake. It's all to boost the ego. That's another ego trip. Facebook is an ego trip. People posting selfie after selfie. Oh, they look so good on a picture, but in real life they're full depressed. You know, most people it's like that. They go on Facebook, they post their nicest picture there, but almost every day they're freaking depressed and they're crabby and they're not motivated for life. And it's all fake. It's all fake. I put one picture once in a while and that's it. That's all you're gonna get on Facebook. I'm not a selfie kind of guy. I'm not a once in a while I'll change it. I update with the season. I update with the season. But other than that, I go in alignment with nature. I told you so. In alignment with nature, I align with the seasons and stuff. But Facebook, I'm getting fed up of Facebook. I keep it alive for the network. It's also I'm building a network. I'm working on something, so I cannot let it go. I'm conscious of that, especially with the reggae group and stuff. But I'm looking to withdraw a little bit for sure because it's nonsense. It's distraction. I know that. Yeah, Facebook is super duper fake. D'aplomb, big time, big time fake, and it's all about boosting the ego. People don't really like. What is it for? Other than boosting your self ego, like give me a use for Facebook. Okay, developing a network, but most people do not develop network. Most people use Facebook to play Candy Crush and waste their time, being distracted, scrolling down and gossiping about people. Oh, look what they did with their life. Look what they did with their life. Like, I can't fucking care. I don't care. I'm doing something for my life and trying to save myself. Like, I can encourage you in your journey and stuff, but come on. Like, but I'm fed up of Facebook. I've never been really big on. At one point, I was going hard on Facebook because probably this is the stage also. Before coming on YouTube, I went on Facebook. I started to open up on Facebook, but I'm a bit done with that thing. I'm a bit done. I'm concentrating on just developing the network with it and you're not going to see me plaster stuff about conspiracy. And look, they're lying to us about this. They're lying to us about that. They're lying to us about everything. You're living the lie. And you don't even want to see it. You're in cognitive dissonance for 70% of your stuff in your own life. And you talk about flat earth? Like, it's all fake. Everybody look, I have people talking about flat earth. They're supposedly becoming very conscious, but they still eat pig and they still eat all kinds of shit, drink Coke, and but they're supposed to have a thing super enlightenment with flat earth is the change for the world. Come on, it's not gonna change anything until you change your own self. You have to change yourself. We all have to change. We all have to change. change our ways, change the way we see things, and then the world will see better days for sure. So until then, I'll be back again tomorrow for sure, 7 o'clock every day. It's an everyday thing. Be here. He's out. He will wish you all a very good day. Beautiful day, wonderful day. Not only good, wonderful. Wonderful, saying better. Very uplifting day and rise and shine. You know, that's all we got. One life. One life. So make it free and beautiful. You have the power to do that. Ease out.